Good morning. My name is Crystal, and you're watching the Deslob Student. This morning, we're going to be talking about decision paralysis. Alexa, what is decision paralysis?
A noun, a state of helpless stoppage, inactivity, or inability to act.
Today we're going to talk about decision paralysis, when you are completely stuck in making a decision and you feel almost paralyzed, frozen, unable to move, unable to act, unable to decide. That is what I call decision paralysis.
Decision paralysis. What I recommend for most people is to plan on continuing on the changes that you've just lined out for at least 3 months. You want to give it time enough that you can see if your efforts are working. So for example, we have a finite bucket of decision-making ability in a day. And so if we wake up and we think about what clothes I'm going to put on, that takes a little bit out of the bucket. So the worst thing you can do is from the start have too many things that are a different choice from your regular day-to-day routine, because you won't be able to stick with it. And I never recommend adding more than 3 things at one time. And that way you'll be able to stick with it. Give it a minimum of 1 month if it's easy things for you to add and you kind of feel like you have them under your belt where they're now part of your new routine. And if not, give it a full 3.
Today is October 10th, 2021. And if you've been watching my videos, you will know I've made quite a few videos in the last few days trying to help myself get through the week. At this rate, I'm going to have to start posting every day because I've just made a lot of videos. But what I wanted to say is decision paralysis can be debilitating, especially if you've lost a large sense of your identity due to PTSD. My PTSD has me questioning who I am, if I have the capabilities of making a good decision. I mean, I probably do have the capability of making a good decision, but I question myself and I doubt myself and I self-sabotage almost every decision that I make by second guessing or basing my decision off what somebody else wants because I don't trust myself. So if you've ever experienced PTSD, where you might go through a panic attack or anxiety of some sort because the last time you made a decision, X, Y, and Z happened, then you might have a PTSD response and completely shut down all decision-making abilities because you feel paralyzed. At least that's what I think I've been going through. That's how I would describe it. Have you watched the Netflix show called MAID, M-A-I-D? It's got Annie McDowell in it and a few other great actors. And I identify with that TV show quite a bit. That TV show is helpful in identifying what is domestic violence, because as somebody who was not physically abused, not for at least 10 years, I feel as though it pointed out specifically what I was dealing with. I was dealing with isolation, I was dealing with intimidation, I was dealing with control and severe jealousy, and I was having to navigate my world around me with all those pressures of keeping a happy, healthy home and environment for my children. So when I finally decided to leave, I felt strong and I felt pretty good about myself. However, doubt starts creeping in, PTSD responses start creeping in, and I start having decision paralysis even in my apartment as I'm doing my best to navigate my new world where I'm supposed to have my own identity that's not based in my marriage. I'm supposed to have a new sense of self, which I haven't yet developed. I'm just barely starting to and doing my best to. And now, as I'm getting ready to go to job number 3 for the week, job number 3 for the week is working at the church nursery, where I get to play with babies for 4 hours or less, depending on how quick their church gets out. But I'm extremely grateful to everybody that gives me the opportunity to discover who I truly am, because I feel paralyzed making new decisions for myself. So I have these routine things in place, like working on Sunday mornings. It doesn't feel like work. I have 3 CODA meetings a week for Codependence Anonymous. And I have my door dashing that I do with my children and my regular job that I do Monday through Friday. If I didn't have these routines in place, I would have decision paralysis. I would have a hard time making decisions. So I'm really grateful that I have these things in place, which obviously it shows. My apartment is a disaster because I have a hard time deciding to get rid of things, deciding to go through things, and I even have a hard time getting my dishes done, making my bed, doing my laundry. I feel like the only thing I can barely do is my routines, and I barely show up for those. But honestly, I feel that it's PTSD based and very much can be healed and worked through if I just keep practicing making decisions and not doubting myself and recognizing that I can decide to do this and I'll be okay. Okay, well, I guess this was just another boring video. I don't really know what I was talking about. As you're getting ready with me, I thought that maybe we would chat about this if you want to talk about it in the comments or whatnot. I wouldn't mind someone to chat to about things I'm learning about. You could email me as well, deslobstudent@gmail.com. You can have a private conversation there. And I'm super tired and exhausted this week, but I gotta keep chugging along. Otherwise, I'm a puddle on the floor crying. All right, thanks so much for letting me talk, and I will talk to you later. Appreciate your support. Thanks, bye-bye.